when he meets Deckard, I think that's where he starts to get the keys to what love truly is. But it's such a cool, bizarre line, because you have this grumpy old Harrison Ford, right?
Yeah.
And but
he did not live happily ever after,
No, he lost Rachel, and honestly, to be connected to his child would probably mean something bad for her. So he's had to sacrifice a ton, and he tells Kay, sometimes to love someone, you got to be a stranger.
Mm.
And it's a strange line, but you think about it, so no, wait, Deckard has given up his life, even knowing his daughter, to engineer this plan to actually keep her safe and allow her to grow. I mean, you made some Moses allusions earlier, right? It's like, like he had to put her in a basket and send her down the river, and he gets to have no relationship. Every day of his life that he didn't seek her out was a sacrifice. Like Wallace even says it.
Yeah,
Wallace says it was clever to keep yourself empty of information, and all it cost you was everything.
So he can see what it is. It's great. And eventually he's saying, you don't even know pain. He's going to torture him.
Yeah.
And you have, man, and I love the way Kay and Deckard are contrasted. Deckard's response is short and simple. He's not eloquent, but he just says, I know what's real. Her eyes were green, Deckard won't be bribed by a copy of Rachel. Right. Like with Kay is being deceived by Joy, and Deckard is not going to have the same thing happen to him by Rachel, because he isn't self-deceived. He won't give up his child. He won't accept, as Wallace says, an angel made for him. We would see in 1 Corinthians, I think at 11, right? The devil portrays himself as an angel of light. But Deckard is not tempted by the manufactured joy. He's a more mature character in this world, and Kay will eventually follow him in that. And it's awesome.
Yeah, that's where Kay learns what love is. Like he learns he's not related to Deckard. So now, like, technically Deckard is a stranger. And technically Anna, his daughter, he's a stranger to Kay. He doesn't know his memories and association to the whole relationship is fake. And yet here we have this pivotal moment of the film where he looks up at that false image of joy and chooses in that moment not to do what the revolutionaries want him to do, not to do what the authorities want him to do. He chooses, I'm going to lay down my life to rescue Deckard and to reunite him and his daughter. And so now that they can, because the offspring is presumed dead, like he's made it clear, I killed it. Everybody thinks that she's dead. So now they can actually be together. And I love that. Deckard asks him, he's like, why'd you do this? What am I to you? And you know what I love best about this movie is that I think in a lesser movie, in a good movie, but a lesser movie, we would have had a repeat. We would have had him repeat the line. He would have been like, sometimes to love someone, you got to be a straight. It's like, oh, I'm so glad. It would have been so banal to me if they'd made it that obvious and on the nose. And he doesn't make it on the nose. He just smiles at him. But I think if you're paying attention, that's what he's communicating. He's like, I'm loving you. You're a stranger, and I'm just choosing to sacrifice for you. Right? And it's a servant sacrifice. And like in John 15, Jesus says, greater love has no one than this, that someone lay down his life for his friends. You're my friends if you do what I command you. No longer do I call you servants, for the servant does not know what his master is doing, but I have called you friends. And so he chooses to be a friend to Deckard. He chooses to be a friend. Like he loves selflessly. That is how Jesus loved sinners.